Hey everybody, Brian Bush, Top Crop Alliance, out checking some wheat fields here before we get started with harvest here. You know, with all the wet weather we had in May, there's been several concerns about quality. If we're gonna have head scab, and even worse, have the toxin show up this year. In most of the fields that were sprayed with a good quality fungicide, like Mirvis Ace, I'm not seeing many issues, but you're still gonna find some head scab out there. So, another thing I'm finding though too, is kind of a newer disease, black point. Not really an aggressive pathogen here, but I'm going to go through the next couple videos here and show you what that looks like, what to look for in the grain, and kind of how we can control that. So expect harvest to start this week. As we start looking around some of the wheat heads, you'll find wheat heads like this. You can find kind of a blackish discoloration. Look a little closer, even deeper in the heads here. Some are just completely black. So when you thresh those heads, you're going to find some, like this whitish color one there. That's definitely a head that's full of head scab, and likely vomitoxin as well. The toxin we get docked for when we go to sell that grain. Here's a second head that I've threshed out there. If you look really closely there, you can look here, the ones where the arrow are at. This is caused by a disease called black point on wheat. Really, it's not an aggressive disease. It's more of a factor of having so much wet weather across the month of May that some of these heads kind of died, and this is just a secondary infection that's causing issues. No toxin associated with this, but it's going to be more of a quality issue when they start grading your grain. Give a reason to watch out and maybe be docked for that grain. So to help manage head scab at harvest here, we often turn up the fan speeds, try and blow a lot more of that grain, that diseased grain, out the back of the combine, because those are typically lighter kernels. They don't weigh as much, so therefore the fan will blow them out with all the chaff. Unfortunately, the black spot, like we're gonna have on this head here, black tip, sorry, it's heavy kernels. They look beautiful size-wise. It's just a bit of a color discoloration. So I'm afraid changing your combine settings isn't really gonna impact that much. But in case you start getting docked or wondering why you're seeing issues when you look at those grain tickets, I want to give you a little heads up now what we're seeing, and unless we can control the rainfall during grain fill, not much we can do on this one. Contact me with any questions. Thank you.